All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we are going to talk about a video game called Aftermath Red Pine Lake. Now, this is a video game that I've been personally following for a few days now. There is a crazy story going on regarding this game in Steam, where Steam denied this game entry due to the art that was used for its thumbnail image or like its banner image. When I show you the picture, it's going to blow your mind. But what makes it even worse is that it's the response from Steam that is getting a lot of people pissed off, because if this is to be believed and if this is true, then that means that there are people at Steam that are censoring damn near anything that is female related, even if it's not nudity, even if it's not remotely nudity. They are muttering the term, they like mudding the whole term to try to censor as much as possible. So here's the post here from Aftermath Red Pine Lake, and I'm going to link this post in the description box below. So if you guys want to go follow them on Steam, on Steam, on X, you're more than welcome to. It says announcement. This image is the reason our Steam page has not been approved. This image is now classed as too mature, according to Steam. So now we cannot have the page ready in time for the event, and we need to censor our marketing, screenshots, etc. This is what censorship is coming to in the games industry. And we have to ask now, is it worth it for them to move the goalposts down the line? We could have it all remade and hope they accept it, but where will it stop? We would need to redo the networking too if we move platform. But do we really want our games censored? We don't. Anyone know of any platforms they recommend or publishers that can handle mature content? Let us know. We are sorry about this. We work hard to get something ready that we can't even share, but we do have one thing that is playable that we will announce for Halloween. So what's the problem? What is the picture that has decided to stop Steam from allowing this game to exist on its platform? It's this picture. Just this. That's it. It's a girl in a bathing suit. I'm not even kidding. It's a girl in the bathing suit. So it's a girl in a bathing suit at a lake with some weird creature in the background. You can see the creature in the background right here. This is what Steam has decided is now considered to be sexual content. All right. This is like, I'm sorry if I'm struggling with my words, because this is beyond aggravating for me. Okay, because again, I like Steam, I utilize Steam, but I will call out their L's when it happens, and this is absolutely one of them. Right, the fact that you are looking at a female in a bathing suit and you're saying this is overly sexual, and by the way, we have responses from Steam proving that. FYI, so we're gonna go over that. But this picture being the problem for promotional material, and this is stopping you from releasing the game on Steam, bro, what are we doing? Right, what are we sincerely doing? So if you look at the post, we want to make this game free from censorship and restrictions. We are willing to put in the work, but we need help. This is your call as much as ours. Any support is appreciated. And again, she's in the bathing suit, laying by the lake. Nothing crazy, nothing insane, right? People are calling out the nonsense. I'm not going to show it because, well, they show some interesting stuff. Let me not show that. So if we go to the page, you're going to see some responses here, right? Let me scroll down to one of the responses. Veridark says, so now women's butts are too graphic. Next, is it going to be ankles, shoulders, wrists? This is why I always say censorship is a slippery slope. We've now gotten to the point where a woman's body is more offensive than the games with gore and violence, right? They say if we use Steam's logic, children shouldn't be allowed in swimming pools or on beaches. They should be isolated from the natural female form, and that even seeing a butt in jeans is too mature. Sadly, some people agree with this, and some want us to just change our store assets, right? I agree with that. If you look here, this person is trying to call out this initial post as being fake, right? Savvy says, a woman cannot just simply have her back to the camera, regardless of what she is wearing. Women are apparently sexual by nature. Steam tells us this. Apparently, that apparently no one there can control themselves. Can't have a woman's backside on a cover, but straight up sex with Hitler is fine. You are a joke. You are infected, Steam, and you bent the knee to freaks and international extremists. And now we're going to engage in malicious compliance, because guess who has all the time in the world to find your hypocrisy? The internet. This is such a needless thing to happen. So what is she quoting? A post here from Aftermath saying the following. So it's only a woman's behind that's not allowed. Got it. On a serious note, this makes us sick. It's time to end this. Look at this screenshot. Directly from Steam, by the way. I want to reiterate. Directly from Steam. It says the following. If you look long enough, I'm sure you'll find plenty of other partners who are breaking our rules and guidelines. Focusing the topic of the image on a woman's behind is indeed sexual in nature, regardless of what she's wearing. Your graphical assets can be viewed by everyone on the platform and should be appropriate for the store, bro. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Whoever whoever this was that responded from Steam needs to be fired immediately, right? Needs to be fired. If this is not what they truly believe. But if this is what they truly believe, bro, what are we doing? Again, this sounds like this is more of a personal problem for whoever responded to this versus it being like a guideline for Steam. Because I cannot believe that this is a Steam problem when Steam has video games like Sex with Hitler on it, a whole bunch of hentai games on it. They got all kinds of stuff on it. But you mean to tell me that you're going to assume the intent of the developer and whether it's true or not, she's in a bathing suit, bro? So you mean to tell me when you go to the beach, it is an inherently sexual experience and everybody there is just that's it? Like we're just all being bro, what the fuck, my guy? Like this will not stand up to any kind of scrutiny whatsoever. This sounds like a personal response from whoever this was that decided to respond to this post, flat out. Now, if you guys are unaware, there has been another issue that has happened on Steam. And I cannot confirm or deny if it's censorship, but I'm going to bring it up anyway because, again, this kind of all goes hand in hand. And then we're going to return back to what Aftermath was saying. But if you guys are not aware, a video game from in the past called Condemned Criminal Origins was, it's a pretty violent video game, psychological horror style game. It's been delisted from Steam and has also been delisted from Xbox, ironically. Now, some people are calling censorship. Other people are saying this might be a remaster that's on the way. It could be anything. Who really knows? But I just find it odd that all of these now suddenly violent video games are being delisted from platforms and being censored, right? And it goes to show because the conversation has been now going towards violent video games. If you guys remember back when Collective Shout was a thing, they were focusing more on the Gooner games, right? Because they eventually want to move the goalposts and they want to start with the more egregious stuff. And they're eventually going to go for the mainstream stuff. It's only a matter of time. These are the same people that got Grand Theft Auto taken down in Australia. So again, keep that in mind. Now, Aftermath is obviously fighting this to the best of their ability. People are trying to call this fake. This person said, would treat this image with a grain of salt. There are signs of alteration. Now, obviously, they had to repost it again, showcasing that this is indeed real. This is a real post at 7:32 p.m. Somebody said this, and it's amazing that now this screenshot will live in infamy, where somebody from Steam is saying that a woman's behind is sexual in nature, regardless of what she is wearing. That is a crazy fucking thing to say. That is a crazy thing to admit to from a company like Steam. And again, whether the person is acting as a rogue agent, whether they're doing it personally, or whether this is Steam's own guidelines, this is fucking dumb. There is something wrong here. There is something stupid to be said here. You need to fix this, and it needs to be fixed immediately. There is nothing wrong with the picture that was provided by this company. Nothing at all. Look, I mean, even the memes, they write themselves. Steam looking at Red Pine Lake, can't do it. Steam looking at Sex with Hitler and Femboy Fuda House. Shout out to Valkyria Winter. Nope. Gotta love it. Gotta play it, Again, look at this. For context, we have nothing against these games. We're simply highlighting Steam's hypocrisy. According to Steam themselves, the adult-only 18-plus filter should still not have sexual imagery in capsule or library art. So this example still highlights that rules are broken and ours is not permitted, despite still being tagged as a mature game and not having sexual imagery at all. At least for certain, not as sexual as the example shown. We are against censorship, so we are not saying that it should not be allowed. We are literally saying that ours should be allowed to. I agree. Precisely. That is a major, major issue. Look at this. Okay, we fixed it. Do you think Steam will approve of our rebranding? Red Pine Cake. That's what it should be. Red Pine Cake. I'm gonna like that one. So again, guys, this is something that we need to make into a big thing. There needs to be conversation that is had here. It's insane that apparently people at Steam are unable to control themselves, that a woman's behind is so inherently sexual that you have to hide it. You have to cover her up. You cannot be in a bikini. You can't be in a bathing suit. You gotta hide it. It's like, bro, who is behind? What are you, 12? Like, are you seriously scared of a woman's ass that much that you guys are losing your minds over this? I don't know, man. So again, shout out to Aftermath, Red Pine Lake. I wanted to cover this. I promised them that I would talk about this today. They never reached out to me. I just happened to be following this, and I commented today about the situation and told them like this is a major issue. And this goes back to what we were talking about before with Collective Shout, with the payment processors. It hasn't ended. It hasn't stopped. There is still censorship happening every single day, and this is probably one of the most egregious examples of it. So you guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this entire situation going down with Aftermath Red Pine Lake? What do you think about Steam's decision to say that all women's behinds are inherently sexual regardless of what they're wearing? So that means that they're wearing a fucking nun outfit. It's sexual. Flat out. That's literally what they're saying. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next one.